Doing tobacco is really bad for you. In fact, students in Arizona just won't stand for it. Scott explains.
Teens from the group known as Stand Against Tobacco journey to Phoenix, the state capital, to give the government a piece of their mind.
Stand means
students taking a new
direction.
Stand!
They came together for National Kick Butts Day, a day to raise awareness about the negative effects tobacco has on the teenage body. Students showed paintings, made posters, and did all kinds of community service projects.
It's a tar jar. It's basically a year's worth of tar from one pack a day of smoking cigarettes. This is how much tar will be in your lung.
The plastic box is a bunch of cigarette butts, and what we're showing is that cigarette butts are a huge problem, especially in parks. They're extremely bad for the environment, and people litter them all the time, and so those are some of the butts that we picked up at our local park.
Those teens are trying to have tobacco products banned from public parks by getting their local government to pass legislation.
I think the young people are great. The group I was speaking to in particular has been in front of our city council in my city numerous times to talk about issues, and for them to come up to the legislature is spectacular.
I think youth involved in the legislative process is fantastic. You know, the fact that they know the process, how it works, and are getting involved in their civic duties as they're young is going to lay a good foundation for them as they get older and staying involved in what happens in their area.
At lunch, students were able to share personal stories with one another about how tobacco has affected their lives.
One thing we know, that kids listen to each other more than they listen to people like me, and we can get that word out peer to peer. We know we can get a lot of action.
In addition to sharing stories with one another, students got to spend some one-on-one time with legislators and get a behind-the-scenes look at the state Senate building.
We were able to show them the House of Representatives and the state Senate and let them see that it's normal folks that are here, and they could potentially be one of those normal folks in the future serving in the state of Arizona.
I think young people can actually make the most change because we're so young and we're so passionate. I feel that shows other people that we really do want to make something better in our community, and that we do have a voice, and that we also have a say in what goes on. And it's not just like, oh, this is happening and this is happening. No, we're actually being part of our society and making an input, and that we're not just going to let other people make the decisions for us.
You know, their voices are just as important as adults, and so I think it's really important for kids to get involved early and learn the process so that they can effect change that's positive, you know, as they get older and throughout their lives.
Students from Red Mountain High School actually built a robot in support of Kick Butts Day. That's right, a robot.
Okay, if that's straight, do it. This robot here was to promote the prevention of smoking tobacco in young teens. So what it does is students are asked questions.
As you can see, the first question is what percentage of adult smokers started in their teens or younger? So different questions like that, and you'll answer them down the line. What you think the correct answer is, and after you answer them, you move right on to throw some frisbees.
For every question a student got right, they were able to shoot a frisbee at certain targets.
They load it inside the hopper, and they're able to control the robot going back and forth. They can either make an easy shot in the low, or they can try a little bit more of a challenge and aim higher. So it's not guaranteed to go in, but it's a lot of fun for the kids.
If that isn't amazing enough, this frisbee shooting robot was built entirely by kids.
The most challenging part would have to be shooting, because it shoots every so often, and sometimes it even shoots 2 frisbees, and so aiming it and shooting it correctly is really hard.
If you're interested in helping your town or neighborhood to kick some butt, you can find out more information at kickbuttsday.org. For Teen Kids News, I'm Scott.